You better watch out, dreadlocks. You better watch out, because we are come for you. Oh, sorry. It's my mother's tongue again. It comes through. You'd better watch out, because we're not playing.
Nice one, Sonny. Nice one, son. Nice one, Sonny. Let's have another one. Nice one, Sonny. Nice one, son. Nice one, Sonny. Here we go.
No wagers, nobody else, just you and me once and for all.
10 years, you guys been saying from day one till now, boys. I fucking love you. We fucking won the Europa League. And you all deserve it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome into the stream. Welcome in. You know, yesterday I was live, had a couple people on. News started breaking about Sun, LAFC. Like, the heart's gonna want what the heart wants. The head's going to want what the head wants. Sometimes the two are aligned. In this case, for me, the two are not aligned. My head can accept and understand. The heart can't. The heart hurts. This is a guy that, we'll get into it. But anyway, I wasn't even going to go live today originally, but I was just chilling on the couch and hanging out with the family. And then I saw Fabrizio tweeted about Sun and LAFC again. If you didn't see it, here it is for you. Says LAFC have already presented their initial proposal. Oh, I'm zooming in on the wrong one there. I'm going to zoom this in so y'all can see it a little better. What time was it? Just a little bit ago, about 30 minutes ago. Shit, almost an hour ago. Basically saying LAFC have presented their initial proposal to Sun as the new star of their project. Decision is up to Sun as he will speak to Thomas, and clarify his position as soon as possible. Spurs will let Sun decide about his next step, and this to me is the most important. That's why I titled the video, Tottenham will allow Son Heung-min to decide on his move or not to move. I am of the mindset, like, I'd understand the reasoning, leave on a high, enjoy the rest of your days on a farm, being a happy dog. And I'll tell you right now, I don't like it. I don't like it. But again, the head and the heart don't always have to agree. But for me, every heart breaks, but they don't break even. And isn't that so true? Let me say hello to the chat before we keep going here with the, I got my Sun shirt on. I've got a Sun shirt hanging from the Europa trophy. I've got next year's Sun shirt that's going to essentially just be decoration, I guess, because wearing a Sun shirt and he's not going to play, it just doesn't make sense. But I'll tell you this right now, if he does sign for LAFC, last night after I streamed, I debriefed the wife. I said, look, we might need to get LAFC season tickets very soon. And she said, who's we? And then why the hell are we going to LA? And I said, basically because of Sun. And she said, well, you can have fun. So I take that as I'm allowed one trip to LA to go see Sun. And I'm debating on doing it like when he lands. I want to be there at the airport. Is that creepy? If I'm at LAX bumping some Miley Cyrus. Look, I've got a boom box, so I can take my little boom box and I'll hold it above my head and it'll be something like, I love you, sonny boy, I love you, don't leave me now. Something like that. Or some cheesy love song. Maybe something that they found in Ghost. Where am I going to put this thing? Maybe one of the songs from Ghost. Maybe that's what we'll do. I don't know. But I've got my Sunny shirt on. It makes me feel better inside when I have it on the outside. I I should have dug out the rest of my Son kits, but you know I didn't. And so I'm not gonna be upset with people who are fine with this. I'm not gonna pick a beef, but what I will say is any Son slander for the foreseeable future, we're gonna have legitimate beef because I love Son and I hold him in the highest regard. When I think of GOATs, I think of Son, I think of Zlatan, I think of Gareth Bale, I think of Dele Alli for a year or two, you know, a couple years. I'm not ready to accept this. Just looks weird. But I try to look at the positives. And again, a positive could be potentially the fact that geographically it's going to be the most accessible he's been to me. So maybe I capitalize on that opportunity. I don't know. But big up Donna Cullen in the chat. I see you. Destiny 5. Guy Thompson. Hello, Don. Saying hello to Donna. You keep saying such nice things. What? Don't worry, Son stays, says Ryan Gloria. I don't know if I believe you. You're a seagull, and I don't trust fucking seagulls. I want Son to stay. Destiny, I thought you were saying Son should go, or was that Tottenham Rangers? Someone was saying it yesterday, and I was upset. He ain't leaving yet. I expect him December to announce, but we'll have a last game. But this is his last season with us. You know, guys, that's actually an interesting notion because I haven't actually thought about this aspect of it. Like, what if we did do that and we say you can go in December? Because that would be the off season for the MLS, because the MLS Cup is played like early November, if I'm not mistaken. So, that'd be nice. I get to see him play one last time, a few more times. That'd be nice. I bet. I mean, I'm gonna assume the people that make it the money, they're completely okay with that. I know LAFC, as soon as they do sign it and they announce his number, they're gonna make about 10 million cash first day, digital as well. I don't want you to go. Don't want you to go. Son wants the last dance at Champions League. Why? Why would you want that? I was there at his debut game in the stadium. You've told me that, guy. Big up for that. It's 2 a.m. Hey, shout out to all my people in the UK. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. Put my keys in the door and bodies laying all over the floor. And but big up to those of you staying up late with me now. Come on. Hey, look at Kevin with the Bumblebee now. Come on, Bumblebee tuna in this bitch. I like to see that. Just got home from grabbing munchies. Just see a Jacob stream. Aren't I lucky? Big up Citywide Bri every single time. Big up to you, my friend, because good to see you, as always. By the way, big up Jacob chat and forever Sonny, folks.
Also, it's my first time. Please.
Oops, I didn't mean to play that.
All right, man.
I might have to actually upload all of the Sonny clips that I have. I've got one of Romero saying I love Sonny. I might need to bring that one back. I don't know. Sonny rocks a side parting better than me, bro. It don't matter the hairstyle. He could do whatever he want. Big up Destiny, man. Good to see you're on the sad side with me. You're on the sad side with me. If he comes to MLS and rides off in the sunset, I wouldn't be sad. He's a legend. Yeah, because you're gonna go see him live. I know you, Leo. You'd be all right with that. So would I. Chills in the house. Spurs legend. Absolutely. He's, for me, a club legend. He's helped me see things that I've never seen before, like this beautiful trophy that's got a Sun shirt falling off of it. Wow, back-to-back lives. Who is this? Well, usually I try to bring immaculate vibes, but there's only one vibe I have when I think about the notion of Son leaving my club.
I've never in my life felt like I do right now. I don't give a fuck what he wears.
I don't know where the rest of that clip went. I forgot how the end of that clip goes. But I've never in my life felt the way I do right now. And it's great because it's kind of ambiguous. You can use it for sadness. You can use it for happiness. Like I used that whenever we won Europa as well, because I did never feel the way that I felt in that moment. Is it big up Sunshine? Is it crazy to think that this is absurd? What? Yeah, I mean, I think he could go to the Serie A. I think a team like Napoli, I think they have a vacancy or two. A team like that, they're probably not going to be able to spend the money, but I mean, they did win the league, last year, so they probably got a little bit of change. But Sonny playing for Conte, I think Conte got the best out of, some would argue the best. Did win a Golden Boot playing under Conte. You go to a place like Napoli in the Serie A, well, then, I think that yesterday Dan from the Hotspur Hood was on here, and he was saying how it's a slower pace there in the Serie A, and I don't watch Serie A in week in, week out. I keep up with AC Milan a little bit just because of Zlatan, and I used to keep up with Udinese that year that we had Destiny there. So I think, but what the fuck do I know? I think he could still go to a slower league like that and still flourish. I still argue he's the best finisher in the team. Pause, but he is. Left foot, right foot, middle foot don't really matter. Son's got it in his boot, in both of them boots. So, whichever way you want to weigh the cookie's going to crumble the way that it crumbles. So it's upsetting, but I'm trying to find the silver lining, which is, I will find you, Sonny. I will drive 12 hours to LA to welcome him to America if I must. And I think I'm going to be fighting out quite a big crowd. I'm not going to lie. Just go to his house. Why the airport? I'll be inside his room waiting for him. Okay, see, now the last sentence, let's just omit that. And let's just, maybe I'm not saying I would, but I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'll put it that way. Gotta play California Love by Tupac when you make it out there. Come on, Citywide Bride. I keep them vibes immaculate. LA does have a huge Korean population. That's a very good point. Phineas says, Kudus, Isak, Rodrigo, Son's got to fund greatness. We can only hope. I think we got a raid. Hang on. Hey, big up to Sarcasm City TV. Big up to you for the raid. Thank you so much. Everyone coming on over from Sarcasm City TV. There's zero sarcasm on this, unless I'm talking about Tommy putting them hands on these players and molding them into... I want to play the clip, but I don't know if Guy Thompson's still awake. So when Guy goes to sleep, we can play the clip from Ghost. And if you're unfamiliar with the movie Ghost, very famous Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore film. There's a scene where they're molding clay. That is my non-sarcastic, realistic approach to how I see Thomas Frank. I see guys saying, do not play that damn clip. I want to play that clip. But see, hey, come on, man, come on. Big up Phineas, though. Big up to you. Good to see you in the house. You're not always here, but when you are here, it's great. It's nice to see. He'll cook the MLS defenders differently. Look, I think what he's going to do to MLS defenders might technically be illegal in 13 countries, but what do I know? I already read that. Sent you a WhatsApp. What'd you say to me? What did you say to me, Paul? Oh. All right. There you go. LA can afford Son. Their record transfer is 10 million. Well, I think they'll probably do something around 20. I don't know. Maybe. Son may want a new challenge with LAFC, Liverpool. However, are spending big money. They're rumored to be after Isaac. Yeah, Dan Davenport. That's going to be a problem because we thought if they just got Isak that was a problem as it stands. They've already officially announced Ikitiki, and when you got Ikitiki, and then you're going to get Isaac, now you're just presenting a lot of options for your front line. I think if they do get Isak, then Darwin Núñez for sure has got to go somewhere. And, it might be Tottenham. We're linked to Garnacho, so don't put it past us to take a sniff around a team that's looking to offload a forward. He could play on the left. To be fair, before he ever went to Liverpool. I really liked him because I was like, look at what this dude's doing over there at Benfica in the Portuguese league. And then apparently it didn't translate well. I hope not Ikitiki. I hope, what's his name? Gonorrheas? Wait, how do you say his name? Brokenes, what the fucker who signed for Arsenal, that blonde hair bastard. I hope his transition to the Premier League is very similar to the last best striker to come out of the Portuguese league. We can only hope, I suppose. Big up Knicks Football Club. I think I liked and I commented on your video today. Make sure you subscribe to Knicks Football Club for opinionated commentary, because he made a good point. I called him out yesterday and I said he should try to be non-biased, but he made a good point. He said, of course there's going to be bias in it when the whole point of this channel is my opinion, and opinions are biased in their nature. So big up to Nick. I like that video. Good rebuttal. He said, I didn't mean to make it sound this way, but also you can't make me, well, you'll see. Just go watch his video. Look at this. Look at this. We've got the Hotspur Hippie.
Hey man, how you going?
Hey, I'm doing good. You're not on camera. Hopefully, well, I'm not even gonna make a joke. But how you doing?
I'm just a bit crook, so if I sound too disgusting and your viewers start dropping off, I'll understand if you use your editorial control to boot me off. But I just saw you feeling a bit down there, matey, about Son.
I'm sad, bro. I'm sad. Like, my head is saying logically it makes sense that there's a reason for it, a reason for the season, so to speak. And but my heart doesn't. When the brain and the heart are not on the same page, it usually the mood is not great. But you know what? Joaquin Serrato says he's torn about this as an LA Galaxy fan. Goes to a team I can't stand, but a chance to get to see the legend in person. That's kind of where I'm at as well. Not the rival thing, because I'm not a Galaxy fan like that. I mean, I did pay attention to him more when Zlatan was there. However, I can drive 12 hours and I can physically see Son in the flesh. So it may be okay at the end of the day. Maybe. I can't say that right now I could drive 12 hours and see him in the flesh.
Just takes time, I mean, I've been through a few gut-wrenching departures from the club before, and in not too long, you'll look back and really probably appreciate what Son's done for the club even more than you do now, even though you do a lot now. But when you look back and you think, wow, this guy stuck it out. He had unfinished business. He got it done for us, and he can do whatever he wants. I think it's win-win either way. If he stays, hopefully he'll lift another couple of cups next year. If he goes to LA or wherever, good luck to him.
So what do you want as a Tottenham fan? What would you prefer to happen? And before you answer that, let me interrupt you with a clip.
Answer is yes. Haha, you're fucked. All right. No. Haha, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're trying to box me in, fucker, aren't you? You're trying to... I see what you're doing.
You see what you smell what I'm stepping in.
I can see you a mile off. No, I'd like him to stay, because I'd like to see him prove a few people wrong, because I'm seeing ridiculous stuff about, his legs have gone, and, people are reading so much into that Reading friendly, and you can't read anything into the form of players in pre-season. The training is completely different. Son got back to training late. Basically they're flogging the players during pre-season to get them back up to match fitness. That's why they only play 45 minutes. And you can't judge a player on that. So if he stays, I'd be happy to see him prove some people wrong.
Okay, I like that, because I do agree. I haven't really felt like his legs are gone. And you look at a lot of the videos that were coming out from Reading or Reading, however you fucking say that. Who becomes a fan of reading, like, except nerds? Because, my wife likes reading and shit, but me, you put a book in front of me, the fuck? You want me to do Reading FC right now? No, thank you. Real quick, remind me what I was talking about, because I already forgot. Shoshi, member for 8 months, says Robert Hunter Biden or Heung-Min Son. And I don't know how to answer this other than this.
No wagers, nobody else, just you and me once and for all.
I hope that clears any confusion up and who I choose. Sean Hurl with a super chat says, "Don't be sad, it's over. Just be glad it happened."
Yeah.
You know, this feels like that live, laugh, love shit that Thomas Frank has been, you know, propagating in front of my face, saying, do this, do that. For me, this doesn't feel like one of those, if you love something, set it free and it'll return. It's not going to return. I mean, it's over if he goes, right? Or does he come? This is the end. I think for him, it could be the last potential large salary he can demand from a club, I suppose.
Hey, let me dangle this carrot in front of you, Jacob. What if he goes to LA and then next year's pre-season, Tottenham come over and play LAFC? I mean, that could happen. Then you could go and see the whole boys and everything, man. Come on, that would be all right, wouldn't it?
If we do 3 years in a row preseason in America to play Sonny, come on, man. And then who knows? Bayern Munich may even come down because Kane and Dyer want to play too, and then everyone could just play against Hugo Lloris and Son. That'd be fun. What I find weird is why the mere idea of that sounds great, but then I like have to see Son in enemy colors, and then I have to root for him to lose. That's gonna feel like shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be literally the scene from Old Yeller at the end. You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. Here's a great question from Uno Dos Tres. Says, is Son's legacy greater than Kane's? Little pretext. Obviously, beautiful, shiny Big Bertha back here because of Son and the rest of the team and Ainge Postecoglou. In case you forgot who did that, shout out Ainge. But fuck was I saying? Oh, but Kane, he did break a fucking crazy record that was held by Mr. Greavesy. You know, fair question, I think. Where do you stand?
Well, at the moment, I feel that Son's legacy is bigger because he won the Europa League. But I think it's time will tell. You know, as you go through, more years, then you look back. Then I could see my perspective changing or not changing. I don't know. But right at the moment, I'd say, yeah, Son, because he lifted a cup. And that's what it's all about.
Do you think we're really looking for Rodrigo? I'm running through the comments here to catch up so I can see what they're saying to the silliness. But KJS says we're still looking at Rodrigo too. And that's not, I mean, I like to drive past the dealership and look at brand new 4-door Ford Broncos with the convertible top, you know what I'm saying? The big ass tires on them so I can go mudding. However, the dealership would say no. My bank balance would say no. So it's, I don't think that, I think someone said thoughts on Isak. Like I don't think there's any way that Tottenham are in for Isak at this point, especially whenever you've got, am I lagging out here? I've had this lagging symbol this whole time.
You're right here.
Oh, okay, you can hear me, so that's nice. Big up KJS, telling people to run up the likes. That's a good reminder. There's still over 200 people here. Most of y'all came on over from that flawless Sarcasm City raid. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, or don't. But either way, when you talk to me, you got to talk to me nicely. Yeah. Anyway, a little fun from the good times before things got all topsy-turvy. Now, Paul, let me ask you this. Part of this tweet from our buddy here, Fabrizio Romano, we got the breaking news from Fabrizio Romano. I don't know if you heard it, but I've got the clip for you.
El Satora, here we go, or should I say to his my names, Fabrizio Romano.
But he says that decision is up to Son. He's still going to speak to Tommy Boy. Do you think Tommy Boy can convince him that he should stay? Or do you think Tommy Boy's going to say, get the fuck out of here?
I think they'll let Son do what he wants to do. I mean, that would be the fairest thing. I think he's earned that. And
Well,
it might well
it does
be,
say that in the following line. It does say that Tottenham will let him decide. But my point is, can Thomas convince him to stay?
I don't know if he wants to convince him to stay. Like, if he wants to stay, he'll stay. And if he wants to go, he'll go.
You know, you're not answering the question, Paul. I'm going to have to back you into a corner
Yeah, all right.
now.
You can fucking convince him. Fuck me. Pin me down. Fucking internet debate prick. Fuck's sake.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
All right, man.
We got him. We got him good.
That's a brilliant clip, man.
That Son clip?
Yeah.
I do love that Son clip. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking here for sad clips because when I think back of the subject matter, big up Becky, when I think back to the subject matter of this, it's upsetting. And there's only one question I can ask.
Why?
Why? Why must they do this? On this, like, it's like your favorite TV series that you've loved for a long, long time, and they're just slowly killing off the characters that you've bonded with the most. Did I lose you, Paul?
No, I just didn't have anything to say. Sorry.
I just don't know. I'm like, I look into the abyss that is your camera or lack of, and I'm like, is he there? I'm looking for the little circle that shows audio.
Oh yeah, no, it's still. I think it's here, isn't it? What's going on?
What?
Am I there?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I was there at reading, isn't it? I mean, is reading required when you go to reading? That's a great question to ask. Have you ever been to reading, Paul?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that far from where I lived in West London. They used to have a good. Maybe they still do, but they used to have a good music festival there, which I went to one year, and it was really good. Like Sugar Cubes and loads of bands. It was great. Just living in a tent in mud, off my tits for a weekend. But as for the football club, no idea about them.
When you were in the city, did they require you to go to the library at all?
It's Reading. Come on, man. Come on. I know you got to be in your bonnet about weird English place names, but fuck me. Arkansas and Kansas.
Okay, we did have this discussion before.
You do the same shit.
I will just say it this way. Why would you write it like when you're writing a town name? You're like, the town name is going to be spelled like reading, but there ain't gonna be. It's gonna be Reading, which is also a weird name. Why don't you just Redding? I don't mean to harp, and I know it wasn't you, but I'm gonna. You're the closest thing I've got to writing, writing, and all the scholastic affairs.
The English language is bloody weird, man, isn't it? Just generally. Like, a lot of languages are much more phonetic for a start than English. English is just like, well, you got this collection of letters, but you might pronounce them completely different ways.
It's a good point, because the English language is kind of fucked off like that in general. Big Up C Cube says Son's legacy is bigger than Kane's. He broke the trophy drought, and he didn't leave us to win trophies when Kane did.
And he didn't down tool.
There was something that he did actually whenever Kane was down tooling. It was like, I felt like everything was kind of in the air, and then they announced Son signed an extension, and I was like, oh shit. Okay, so while one of our talisman is, twerking for Man City before I think he was twerking for City and United, and then United ended up signing Ronaldo, I think it was, or some shit like that. And it was just like we were kind of holding him hostage. He wanted to go. And Son was said, I'm going to sign an extension. So to me, that shows the care, I guess. Maybe Kane was just tired of getting bannered. I really don't know. But apologies if you hear my kid crying in the background. It's just time to brush his teeth, and he does not enjoy it the most. Dream would be for Son to leave after this season and join the MLS Cup, says Joaquim. Are you saying that so Galaxy have a chance? Which, speaking of LA Galaxy, I just remembered one of my old friends from FC Dallas plays there, Johnny Nelson. What are your thoughts on Johnny Nelson? Is he good? Is he any good? I think he's a left back, right? Or a right back, something like that. Jacob Green or red purple grapes? Red purple grapes for sure. Paul, what about you? Do you prefer green grapes or the purple grapes?
I like the green ones.
See, I knew you were. See, I just knew you're. You like the green. Oh my god. Oh.
Just put that to one side. How you feeling? I'm feeling a bit shitty. Yeah, good. Like and subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
That's it.
Good reminder.
Misery, bringing the misery.
That's you bringing the misery, and I like to remind people that you work real hard on that. Talk to America nicely. Well, maybe just me. That's all me. Where's the Hulk Hogan tribute? Asks the Vibe.
They're dropping like flies. Like Ozzy Osbourne went the other day, and it was sad. And I mean, don't really know much about Hulk Hogan, but he's a bit of an icon, isn't he?
I mean, when I think of wrestling, he's the first one that comes to my mind because I remember as a kid we had the stretch arm thing, and it was Hulk Hogan, I'm pretty sure, and he like took his arms off, and they stretched him, right?
Well, I remember him in Rocky 3, Thunderlips.
I don't remember that. I know he's been in a few movies. You know, I used to think him and Dog the Bounty Hunter were related.
Get some Rocky movies into you. They're bloody brilliant, man.
Maybe I need to go on a Rocky binge. I've been rewatching Sopranos, and I'm on the last season, and I'm just grateful that there's 21 episodes in the last season and not 12. So, you know, I'm enjoying that, even though I know what's about to happen. But Reading Festival was a thing. Reading has a great church.
Yeah, there you go.
Very nice. Jacob turns into John Lennon when he does it.
I think I went to the Reading Festival in 1988. It might have been, but it was like even Glastonbury's just middle class wankery now. Like the music you get at Glastonbury's toss, but Reading was a real indie cool vibe.
Well, that's nice. That's cool. Becky says 200 here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Big up Becky for reminding everybody about that.
You got 200.
I will say that the what you gonna do, brother? But I'm pretty sure there was like, I don't think like one thing should define a man in life or in death, and I think that he's a racist, which isn't cool, and I don't like racists personally. So, like, I would say I'm not a big wrestling fan. I don't know a lot about wrestling. When I think of wrestling, I think of Hogan or The Rock or John Cena. And then, as of late, Batista, he's a great actor. I think he's the best actor to come out of the wrestling. What's his name? Michael Batista?
David Batista. There's a film I saw him in. It wasn't like Guardians of the Galaxy. It was some other. Jesus, what was it? I think he played a hitman, but he was really fucking good. You could see that guy could act.
There was like 3 different movies that he did that were in close succession, and they were all very different characters that he played. And I was like, this is the most dynamic wrestling actor I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, man. He's not just playing himself.
Wow. 200 people here and only 26 likes. I'm not going to lie. That's just...
If I wanted to blow, I'll fucking blow. You understand me?
You understand me? Hit that like button, or else I'm going to hit you with this.
Damn, I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again. Damn, I'm on my DJ Khaled shit. We the best. Damn, we rolling hella deep. I feel like Adele.
Yeah, and if you feel like Adele, hit a like on that video.
Well, I'll tell you, But American wrestling was some severe pussy shit compared to the wrestling that was on TV in the UK on a Saturday afternoon. You know, you want to talk about wrestling heroes, you go Giant Haystacks, Mad Mick Finlay. Mad Mick McManus, Fit Finlay, Big Daddy, Kendo Nagasaki.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, dude, this was the shit. Working men's clubs and everything. It was great.
Danny D says, I'm going Bloodstock. I don't know what that means, and it sounds gore. Like, do you know who Bloodstock is? I've never heard of Bloodstock. Japan wrestling?
Sounds like, what, some death metal fucking thing, maybe?
Was he like a new one? Hey, big up Chelsea Blue and Blue. Long time no see, buddy. Says Roman Reigns is clear. Roman Reigns sounds familiar. I can't place a face to the name, but maybe it's just because I got too old when he's a new one, right? He still wrestles, I think. I don't know. When I learned it was scripted is when I was like, oh, this isn't fun anymore. Because I was always like, what's going to happen? I mean, I can appreciate it from a physical standpoint, I guess, today, because like you see it and I legitimately will hurt myself doing that shit. So like, okay, I respect it, even if it is scripted. It's just like hardcore stuntmen in undies and they're all oily. And it's like not really my thing, but like the culture is kind of cool. The people are rambunctious, and you know, anything that gets a whole crowd up and cheering, I think is great. Back in the day, they used to have women flash their titties. Fun fact, I saw a clip of that.
Danny D, UK wrestling was they were natural athletes, not like the roided up meatheads you got in America. They were naturally strong men.
Why has it got to be an American thing? Huh?
Well, just do what I see on the TV.
Well, you know, got him again. You probably couldn't read the text that says, but it's like a dog smiling at a dog that's barking. And it says, when you hit bro with the same rage bait, and it works.
Dude, you just destroyed me. You totally owned me.
That's 2-0 technically. So
yeah, man. Well, I'm in your playpen, so you know.
Destiny 5, I got banned probably because you were talking shit about Paul, who's a guest on the show right now, is what I would assume. We all know Australians are racist. Hotspur hippie Jacob, your racist Australian mate banned me for calling his homeless ass out. Paul, do you live in your car still?
Well, you know, sometimes. Destiny, I was going to actually unban you, but you're being a dick again. I mean, God's sake, man, chill out.
It's not that deep. I don't know why you're saying all Australians are racist. I think that's pretty blasphemous. Bloodstock is a metal festival in Derby. That's interesting. Asada or al pastor? Oh, I gotta go with asada. I mean, my wife made some green chili asada yesterday or 2 days ago, and I ate it it's fantastic. Big up Peter Kegelas out there in Melbourne. I don't think you're all racist out there, Peter, and I know you are not. Jacob, where do you see Chelsea finishing next season? Be honest. I think they're legitimately, if you get Xavi Simons, I'm going to go ahead and say y'all should be contending for the title, or at least a dark horse for the title. For sure, top 4. Top 3 is arguable. I could see y'all doing better than Arsenal 110%. I don't give a fuck about gonorrhea crash, whatever his name is. I'm trying to come up with you know what? Fuck that guy.
You told one of the witnesses who disagreed with you during an interview that you thought Mr. Baldwin was a cocksucker.
I do not recall saying that.
I do not recall saying that. But what I do recall is we've got another guest in the bag, and he's not a Tottenham fan, but he is actually, you know, he's on this channel, so you know he may not beat the allegations of being a secret Tottenham fan. But we've got the one and only Flawless from Sarcasm City TV. Appreciate the raid, my friend. Good to have you back on the channel. And are you sad today?
Of course, man. It's been a minute, first and foremost, so big up for having me on the channel. This is the first time I've been back in a long time. It's the first time I've been on since the rebrand as well. So blessed for having me. Hope you're blessed. Big up to the chat as well. What's the discussion? Is the Sun deal going through? I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. Don't you want him to go out on a high, man? He's leaving you a European champion. Say a time for to be sad, man. Jacob,
the part where nothing, it's just white noise, static air, dead space, is when you said he's leaving.
Celebrate.
He's leaving.
Celebrate.
That's all I heard.
You gotta celebrate, man. You gotta celebrate what he did and what he's done for you and the greatness he's.
Why?
Don't be happy it's ending. Be happy it's happened. It happened.
See, this is that Thomas Frank live, laugh, love bullshit that I'm having a tough time buying in. Sometimes I can be more sarcastic about it than others. But this whole be happy it happened and not cry that it's over. It's like, all right, next I'm gonna buy a fucking pillow, throw on my couch that says live, laugh, love. Or
but you lot seem to be doing bits, man. You lot seem to be doing bits in the window as well. It's going well. I don't know what you upset about. I'm lost. Kudos, very, very good signing. Kudos
I'm very excited about that. Almost, hey, bro, it got me on the train, and now I'm stuck. I can't move.
This is a very good sign. If you add Gibbs White to that, which I think you will add Gibbs White to that, that makes your attack so much more potent. Those two together is a dangerous duo, or can be. If you look at what Gibbs White did with the likes of Alanga and Cho, Kudus is a better version of those two. And then you got Solanke, you got Odegaard. How can I forget Kulusevski? Kulusevski, Kudus, and Gibbs White. That's a very, very good front three, like a good attacking trio. Then you look at
I'm feeling really good now. Thanks, man.
Like that, I don't like. I'm not even just gassing it. Obviously, you need a mid, but everyone needs to add. You need a midfielder, yes. You need midfielders also, but I think you got a good manager. We spoke about this, Jacob. I think you're being way too harsh on Tom. I know you want Postecoglou to stay. I get it.
Let me ask you a question. If you go to the, I don't know what they call it in the UK, you go to the auto body shop, you go to the automobile convention or the fucking the place where the guy says, hey, you need wiper fluid and an oil change.
The mechanic.
Rotate
You're talking about a garage.
Garage. There we go. He's talking about the garage. Yeah, so you pull up to the garage and you say, hey, governor, I'm looking to get my brakes redone. My brakes need a fixing up. You lot in it. And then they say, hopefully we can fix that. Hopefully next time you drive your car after we work on it, hopefully the brakes work. We're going to do all that we can, but hopefully the brakes work. Now, are you going to say, okay, work on my brakes? Or are you going to say, hang on a second, what do you mean hopefully? Well, hopefully, this word hopefully, every video, you say I'm being too harsh on Frank. I'm just listening to my gaffer and my club, and that's how I'm reacting. And he says, I'm going to, like, what are your expectations here? This is a stupid fucking question because they brought up Conte and Jose and all that other stuff. And they said, they got sacked after he got fourth place and he got sacked in the next season. He got Champions League final and got sacked in the next season. He won Europa. We all know. And then he says, well, what I'm brought here to do is to maximize the player's potential.
Does it?
And so, okay, you're here to maximize the player's potential. I agree with that. I've been sold on the Betty Crocker recipe that Thomas
your miles better than you shown. And you telling me you don't think you have as currently constructed right now, you don't think your squad
We've had better teams and lifted a whole lot less in the 14 years I've been watching.
100%, I hear you on that. But don't you think your squad is better now than it was last season? With the additions,
yeah.
So that's positive.
I think the team that Ainge had was better than the team that Conte or even Jose had. You look at some of those lineups, and I forgot the nightmare fuel of Emerson Royale, Ben Davies, which one's still here. But them at center back, then we had Reguilon and Doherty. It's like these are all names that bring me a lot of awful feelings. And I think that for me, the team is better.
Yeah.
Yes, Thomas Frank is going to be the Patrick Swayze to our Demi Moore in the movie Ghost, the clay scene specifically. Are you familiar with that movie? Is it a big movie worldwide? It was like, I remember my mom was obsessed with it when I was younger, and I didn't understand.
But I'm sure the analogy makes sense. The point I'm making is the window's not closed. you've made some good moves so far. I don't understand the doom and gloom. I get the sadness about Son. That I understand. But it's time.
Have you ever been in life, right? And there's a woman and you're like, my brain is telling me don't do it. But my body, my body is telling me, yeah. You know how many men have gotten fucked up in life because of this feeling I'm feeling, which is like my head and my heart are disconnected right now. There's a clear cut in the line, and I'm struggling on which ball to pick up and run with, because there's only one that I want to pick up and run with, and that's Son Heung-min. I don't think he's done either. I don't think he's dusted like the narrative around him.
I don't think dusted is too strong. No, because with Son,
they're telling me not to play the clip.
Well, I know you're gonna play the clip.
You can tell my chat's seen.
You're gonna play the clip, so go ahead and play the clip. I know you want to.
I was actually gonna pull it up while you rebuttal what I just said. You know? Yeah, that way everyone's on the same page here. All right.
Yes, but the thing is, I don't think Son is dusted. I think that's too harsh. But it is time. Like it is time to move him on. Son don't want to be a bit pop player. You don't want to see Son in that state. You don't want to see Son as a bit pop player.
But you know what state I can see him in? California. 12-hour drive if he does play for. See, I try to find the positives. See? You know, it's like you're dying and you're rolling down the hill, but at least you're getting away from the gunfire. You know what I mean?
He's coming closer to home for you. There you go. So you, like you said, he's now will be in the same country as you.
I did over dinner tell the wife, I said, look, honey, we're going to have to get LAFC season tickets. We're going out to LAFC. When he flies and he is touched American soil, he better be looking up from that LAX parking lot, wherever the barrier is, the police set up. And he's going to see Jacob. And I might be crying. And I might be holding about 20 different Son jerseys and a Son shirt. And I'm going to be showing them my tattoo. And they're going to be like, sir, he said, please stop looking at him in the eyes. You know, who knows? It could be a fun little adventure. And I tried to take my whole family to witness this event. And she said, who's we?
You know, I get why she said who's we. I understand that. But you got to don't just sell it for the Son experience. Sell it as the LA experience. So you can go shopping and whatever else goes on in LA.
You know, R.I.P. Nipsey. That's what goes on in LA.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. PNB Rock. Have you ever seen Paul? I'm assuming you've seen this movie Ghost. I'm skipping through. Here you go. So this is Demi Moore.
Oh,
she's molding the play.
Is this a horror film? What film is this? What type of film is this?
So Demi Moore is making pottery. It's a musicless movie scene. It's like so they put their own audio. No, it's drama, love, romance.
Okay,
like
I thought it was saying drastic was about
one
to
of those
happen.
80s steamy movies. I don't know.
Okay,
people in the 80s were. Yeah, guy, it's happening because Flawless ain't seen it. So
I've not seen
Jacob,
it.
you said you wouldn't. I said I wouldn't, but I've been convinced to do the opposite.
You know what Jacob's like? You know he was doing it when he mentioned it.
So there's Patrick Swayze.
Okay,
he's shirtless, and if you've seen The Sixth Sense, it's like similar to that. Not to spoiler alert, but it is an old fucking movie.
You can spoil it. I don't have no intention of watching
He's the ghost. He's a ghost. So
she just happens to be making a big pottery cock as well.
She misses Patrick Swayze. She's trying to bring Patrick Swayze back to life. So the thing is I guess she's so upset. This is my brief understanding of the movie. I have not seen it front to cover or cover to cover. However, she is, doing the pottery thing, and she's like, oh, I need, you'll see the scene. So she's doing it. She thinks she's doing good. Oh, a little smooch. My point is that's Thomas Frank, the guy without the shirt, Patrick Swayze, R.I.P. as well. That's Thomas Frank. Demi Moore's Tottenham Hotspur, the club, the fans, and this pottery, this clay. This is what this is that the live, laugh, love. This is the player's ability to perform well and Tottenham's success. It's all metaphor, right? So that's the correlation here.
Yeah, because that's all we can talk about is how you look from a metaphorical standpoint. I think you're going to be surprised by how well you do.
So, you know, we're doing all right. But will we be better once Thomas Frank is, you know, got a little tickle? There's just a little tickle.
Yeah, I think he'll be better overall. He might not win a trophy, but I think he'll be better overall. Yes.
So this is where we're at now. The thing flopped over and it's all messed up. But don't worry, because Thomas is going to put his hands around our hands. He's going to, and see, people take this to a weird degree. And I think that, you know, society's downfall started.
Hang on, how can you take this to a weird degree? Look at it. It's weird, man.
This Jacob guy is one of a kind, you know.
So my point in saying this is when Tommy get to touching our wrist and our hands, we together will mold the beautiful Tottenham. We're going to win the Premier League. We're going to win the Champions League. That's what Daniel Levy told me.
No, wait. We all know Daniel Levy. Like let's
we're doing the double.
Up. No. Let's walk before we start trying to full on sprint. All right. You gotta learn to. You just gotta walk again. Let's start there. You're building from the ground up. That's where it's at. Yes, Europa League is fantastic, winning that, but you need your side needs to be is currently being rebuilt. You gotta slow your roll there.
Well, I'm living, I'm laughing, and I'm loving. And Thomas told me that whenever he's done his job, which is to maximize the potential of all the players, once he's done that, maybe we'll win something.
You're definitely in the running. You're definitely in the running for the domestic cups. There's no reason you can't win them. Favorable draw.
Well,
why not?
If you ask him, what's your expectations? You know, what you think you to compete in all 4 competitions, to be relevant.
Yeah, I think that
we ain't trying to get the girl. We're just trying to be in the same room with the girls and her
friends. I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the 2 trophies. I think you are underestimating your attack because you potentially have one of the best attacks in the league. I think you are just underestimating that. Man had 2 players get 20 and 19 last season.
Thomas has done this. We've seen him make a nice clay statue with Tony, with Visa, and Mbuemo, which all 3 admittedly, before Thomas got his hands on them and put that clay on their wrists, like this scene right here, once Thomas did this with them, then guess what? Now everybody talking about, I want to sign Ivan Tony. I want to sign Mbuemo.
Can you turn this up? Yes.
It's the sounds, isn't it?
The sound, the look, like no, it's a no. But yeah, I don't like I say you need more because even if you would have kept Ange and kept Son, you still needed additions. You still needed transfers.
This is the crucial part here. While we're on the subject of Thomas Frank, it says the decision is up to Son, which I respect. I'm very glad that the club is
you can't be mad about it. And if he leaves, that's Son's decision. Son don't want to decline here, maybe.
Have you ever wanted a girlfriend to not leave and she left you anyway? Have you ever wanted to like not be 2-time and then left
whether I wanted to stay or not, if she wants to leave, I hold the door open for her.
Yeah, well, I do agree with that, but this is Son. This is different. It's like my wife trying to leave. Like you can't. We have a contractual agreement.
Yeah, congrats you.
What are you going to do instead, Jacob, with the girl? What are you going to say? Oh, does this rag smell of chloroform to you or something? You know, if they want to go.
Well, you know, I've told my wife.
You don't want to decline here, man. You don't want to be a bit part player or not what he once was at Spurs.
That was a point that got brought up yesterday. So I was live, and then it was like Fabrizio tweeted about Son to LA, like it was a thing going on. And you know, emotionally reacted, obviously, a little scream, a little cry.
You emotionally reacted crazy. I never would have thought.
Yeah, sorry, I'm telling you, I've not. This is like when they're just killing all the best characters in your favorite movie or your favorite TV series you've been watching for a long, long time.
True,
and it's like
that's happened, but I bet the show got better after they died.
I mean,
you watching the Bud Rung shows that happened in Power on a regular, and Power got better.
The original series of Mission Impossible, Peter Phelps didn't come in until season 2. You know, there was some boring twat in a suit in the first season, but the second season's when he got going.
Yeah, that's it. Like you just have to again look at what's going on. You've got a good manager in my opinion, and then you're bringing in good players. There's not a player you've signed that I go, oh yeah, that. If you
so let me give you a comparison. We've gone from my gaffer saying, "I always win things, mate," and I thought he was a liar. I was like, "This guy's lying to me. He's not going to come here and then win something with Tottenham to fuck." He said, "Don't worry, mate. I always got you fucking back. You're going to win this blow you go, but you're going to win it." And we did. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just trust my gaffer from now on. So for me, I see it like, all right, I'm not going to assume Thomas is lying to me, but what has he told me? Nothing that is like, this is a lid. This is a glass with liquid in it. Nothing of that sort. Is the lid really in my hand? This is what I'm getting.
He did say, because I spoke on this last week. He did say that Spurs is I'm paraphrasing here, but he was saying he understands the expectations because he's at Spurs. Spurs are a big club, etc., and he knows he has to succeed it. So I did the show. I was with Jez and M. De Niro, and his comments was coming up from his first press conference, and he spoke well. Like he understands where he's at. He gets it's not Brentford. He knows that.
Big up Marco. He says,
because you like the last guy, you ain't gonna like this guy. So there's nothing he can.
I would have liked Glasner. If you would have, you want to shoot Old Yeller for the rabies, fine. I would have, maybe not done it so soon, but at least get a better dog. Don't go back to the fucking pound and pick Raggedy Ann ass dog that we've had before that showed that. Hey, we don't have success, but we've got vibes. And I'm relinquishing myself a little bit from he's got no trophy. You Google his accomplishments and
he's got no trophy.
404 page loading.
Why can't no. Like Keith Birkinshaw had never managed the club before he took us over, and he was brilliant. So I like what I've seen from Thomas Frank so far. It gives me a lot of hope. I think he's going to be really good.
Why can't his first trophy be with Spurs?
Bro, he sounds like the Danish Arteta. I'm so serious.
Why is that so?
He's like,
nah.
You don't think so?
I want
Look at this quote. We will lose football games.
You will lose.
I think that's the first manager I've ever heard say that for Tottenham.
What's the context?
We will lose.
Say that out of the blue. You got to again. This is content creator space. He didn't just say that in a break just alone. There's more.
How you feel, Thomas? We're gonna lose games.
Yes, exactly. He just didn't say we'll lose football match.
No. You see what you're doing is the correct thing. Looking for the before and the after of that. But what they didn't do that for Ainge. All they did was he said we're gonna win. He said, why can't we win the league? And it was like you're forgetting the beginning and the end part of that. So I'm basing this off of what I've been told is the correct way to do it, which is to take the fucking words that you don't like, and just disregard the rest. Like when you said he's leaving, but yada, 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 I didn't hear any of that. All I heard was he's leaving and emotionally didn't feel good. So
I get that.
My thought here is, no, let's just run with the quote of we will lose games, because in a staunch comparison, you just subjectively take words out of a quote. Yeah, and let's compare them. I always win things in my second year, mate. Versus,
he can't say that though.
We will lose games.
But yeah, again, context matters. He didn't just say we'll lose games by itself. I know that. There's more to that. There was a conversation that went on, and there's more. He didn't say, well, he didn't just say, Frank, how you doing? And he went, yeah, we'll lose games. Just that, like, again, you're doing too much, especially when you brought in a manager who's been done well in the Prem. And you're signing good players. Because you're going to get Gibbs White. You signed Kudus. You signed a centre-back, right?
Yeah, we signed the Japanese Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, you signed a centre-back.
Number one statistically when you compare him to other U23 J-League defenders.
Just need two midfielders. Obviously, you got linked to Paulino. We don't know if that's going to happen, but you're looking to address it. All of a sudden, you got a strong spine. The spine of your team looks good. You'll be fine.
The spine looks fine, but I mean, where's that monster six?
Well, don't fucking start that. He's the same place. There's a double pivot, man.
Yeah,
you need a midfielder. Yeah, trust me. Yeah. I mean, I know all about needing midfielders. Trust me.
Douglas Luiz is getting tweeted about. Him and Juve don't like each other. We like picking stuff off of Juve, especially if Fabio Paratici come back. The criminal courtroom guy, you know what I'm talking about. He's got the fucking.
There's a couple of things that Frank did in his press conference that I really like. One is, I like the fact that he's got quite a calming aura, because I think that people at the top level perform best when they're relaxed, you know, and you're in the flow and you're confident. And I think that's really good. And what was the other thing he said? I can't remember now. But look, I think he's doing everything right so far. And I knew you're being a cherry picking son of a bitch there, Jacob, because Ange also said we're going to have ups and downs, mate, and all that sort of
He
stuff
never
as
said
well.
we're going to lose and take it like a hoe.
I didn't see the take it like a whole part. That don't sound.
Well,
like
that's because we left that part out objectively.
Quote. We're going to take it up the arse like bitches. That's what Frank said, wasn't it?
Right. Time out,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, pause for the cause, man. Yeah. Whoa.
Well, okay, so there was a comment from Rodney Trotter, and he says, you know, he's got a decade's worth. I just said in the press conference, his quotes sound like Arteta. Not that, like, tactically or resume-wise you compare the two. Show us your Ainge tattoo. I actually don't have an Ainge tattoo. I don't. My thing is I am being overly critical, admittedly, but I like my energy like I like my socks, matching. I like to keep that same energy that was brought to me. When I said, it's okay, guys, Ainge can still win us something, everyone said, go fuck yourself. Everyone said, you're a piece of shit. You're in a cult. You're Ainge sexual, which is, I guess, a new gender they've created of Ainge.
You won, Jacob. When he won the Europa League, you won the war. You won. Spurs won. You won the war.
Jacob,
no one can tell you nothing, Jacob. You won the war.
Sorry, my son's shirt is just hanging out of my Europa trophy here.
There you go. You won. I don't know what you're like. Leave them people in the past who said all that. They're silent now because you won. You won the war.
Yeah, it's like I won. They gave us the crown and then they assassinated us a week later, or excuse me, 2 weeks later.
Yeah, you won.
The easy way to counteract all that bullshit, and I agree, you know, and I copped a load of it last year, and sexual and cult is you just support every manager. Then, you know, I support Thomas Frank. I hope he does really well. I think he's going to be brilliant.
Support every manager to support the manager.
Where's your cult now, fuckers?
Yeah, support him till he gives you a reason not to. Genuine reason, not agenda driven. And he has to be something to do with what's going on the football pitch. Results, performances, like those things matter. And then go from there. But yeah, you won with Ange. You won the Europa League. You won.
Way. Thomas Frank's got the fucking silver alley-oop, you know, the iconic Dwayne Wade and LeBron James little alley-oop photo, you know, where he's running away like this.
Yeah. That's
LeBron's,
that,
you know the one I'm
that
talking
picture's
about.
fire. Yeah, that picture's fire.
Ainge, it goes, here you go, Thomas. Chelsea beat up PSG a little bit. Now, this could either work in two ways. PSG are going to be fucked off and on vacay until they play us in the Super Cup, or they're going to be so angry to see another London team that they're going to stomp on us like little mouses.
Nah, you're winning a lot, man. You got this. Spurs to win the Super Cup.
So you're saying we're winning all five? We're winning Super Cup?
Fuck it, why not?
Levy said Champions League and Premier League.
What's the five? Whoa. I didn't say
we're
all
doing
five.
the five.
No, I'm saying man. I'm saying the Super Cup. That's what I'm saying.
So you win the Super Cup, that's one.
Yeah.
FA, Carabao, UEFA Champions League, and Premier League. That's five.
The last two forget without
Until we're out, we're in it. We've got a chance. Every team's got a chance.
The two domestic cups, you do have a genuine chance of winning, I think.
So what in Thomas Frank's tenure has shown you that he takes the cups? Well, he did say it, that he, you know, if I'm going off of what he said, he did say he's going to compete, which is great, because when I say, you know, I'm going to lose weight and then I work out 1 week and then I'm still eating Oreos the whole time and then I stop working out and I continue to eat Oreos and donuts. Does that sound like I'm serious when I say I want to lose weight, Flawless?
No. What team did he play? The thing is, he's not been at a club the size of Spurs with their resources. So you can't judge him fully until we know. At Brentford, you're on minimal resources. Look at what's happening to their team now.
This is, and I do want some understanding here, because when people say this similar thing, like, well, it's Brentford, right? But But
I'm looking
everybody
there.
wanted
Yeah.
Ivan Toney. Everybody wanted Mbuemo. Everyone's cool to take Visa. People would take Rico Henry. Like, there's a bunch of names there that we would all take, but we're saying, like, that's 3 in the front line from 2 years ago that I would have signed all 3.
Absolutely.
And that's from a top 6 perspective. And I think that most other people would at least take 1 or 2, if not all 3.
Right.
So it's like, he had that for a full year. Then Tony left. Then he had 2 of that.
Yeah.
But then Kevin Schade looked okay. Kind of looks like an average Premier League player.
What was the
So it's
conversation
like,
about those before they got there? What was the conversation surrounding those players?
that is where that's why I play the ghost clip, because by my estimation, by what everybody's told me, and then I've sized it up, Flawless, Mohamed Kudus is going to be the Ghanaian Neymar. We don't need a striker because we have Dominic Solanke, who will be the English Erling Haaland next year. He's going to rival.
I think you're underestimating what Frank's done at Brentford, because Brentford they always have been a real minnow team. Like, you know, I used to have a mate that supported Brentford back in, you know, this is in the early 90s, and Brentford were a perennial club. You know, Division 2 or whatever you call it now, Championship, League 1, Championship, League 1. And he cemented them with bugger all resources in the Premier League. So you can't say that's a bad job. I know, yeah, I get it. He hasn't won anything, but now he's at Tottenham Hotspur. Hey, what? I reckon he's got a shot.
Yes, he has the resources now. He's at a club that Brentford don't have the resources like that. To be playing.
Well, you know, I would argue their scouting department, you know, because whether it's by nature or nurture, those players, a lot of them wind up being pretty damn decent. And Arsenal just signed one of their midfielders as well, and they're 10. You know, he was regarded as one of the best at the position, top 5 in the position in the league last year.
Brentford
Thomas
playing
Frank
a
no
fucking
credit for
leisure
that.
centre.
So you wait, Jacob, you give him no credit for that.
I'm just saying he either hits at a 100% clip rate, or he's got a good fucking foundation of scouting and recruitment that say, hey, we've got this guy that we think you can be the Patrick Swayze to. And if that's the case, that we actually...
So I hit you with this. You think if Amarim's in charge of Brentford, then players perform like that?
I think it's difficult because...
No, you don't. So therefore, give the manager some credit. If it's a manager you don't rate, those players don't perform like that. We talk about Mbuemo and Visa and Norgard and Flecken. It's obviously they have talent. He has helped with that. Same way the Brighton manager, same way Glasner has at Palace. Give him credit for that. What are we doing here? You can't just take it away and say Mbuemo and Visa. Before they was there, who was talking about these players?
Yeah, exactly.
No. Like, that man scored 39 goals between them. No one thinks
so. If he can,
40 goals almost between the two of them. No one would have thought a 40 goal duo. 40, nah.
So I don't want to make an Amarim conversation, but I do. Just side note, I do think that United is just a different pickle when you think about the sandwich that you're making, because, bro, you drop your car keys as a United player, and they're like, is his hand-eye coordination right? Is he on drugs? And it's like, God, you can't breathe in that club. You got Eric Ten Hag, who played beautiful football in Netherlands, go to United. He's like, no, fuck all that shit that will help me win things. I'm playing the United way. And he got stomped on. He won trophies, but he got stomped on in the process. So it's like, I sympathize, I guess, with the Amarim. Like, I feel like Guy jumped onto he's like, oh, look, there's a boat that's on fire. Let me jump on to see if I can help. And he jumps on, and now he's dying with it. And they're all blaming him. You started the fire. It's like, I feel like he just didn't put it out.
Yeah, he's supposed to fire the fire, and he just added to it.
I got the water, guys, and it's alcohol.
Yeah. He just put gas on it. It was already on fire when he got here, and then he just added to it. He's just like, yo, what's wrong with you?
So then I'm not off base. Back to Thomas Frank. I love the metaphor. The visuals of Amarim trying to do that is hilarious.
And with the bucket, and it's just petrol. Just throwing petrol.
So if those players that we've named that Thomas Frank took from Julio to Julius Caesar, okay. So what if you're starting with a higher level across all board, because everyone says that Tottenham's squad is just so profoundly better than what Brentford has.
Yeah.
So Brennan Johnson, should be better than Mbeumo by the time Thomas is done touching him up, right?
Boy, yo, that is crazy. Hey, yo. No, but you got to utilize like Postecoglou did. Even with Brennan Johnson's shortcomings, utilize him to the best of his ability. That's what you do. But Brennan Johnson's not starting for you. This is why he went and got Kudus. Kudus should put up numbers and do well. He's clearly identified that your attack isn't
So
good.
Gane and Neymar, that's not outlandish.
No, not at all. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. Definitely Gane and Neymar.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Just
man,
validating my experience. I appreciate that.
So yeah, he should put up numbers. Gibbs White should as well. And with Kulusevski and Solanke, Odegaard in there, Madison as well, you've got good attacking options.
So Odegaard may become the French Pele I've heard him to be?
Maybe the French Henri, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was hoping he could turn ties down to the French Mbappe, personally.
Maybe in it, maybe. He takes that crown from maybe he's Dembele and Mbappe rolled into one.
Because if he starts down here with these players and raises them to a level where everyone says, I'll take them, as we've established, and then he starts with players, say, here, that some would take, some would, nah.
That's why I think it's a good. That's why I think it's a good appointment. Brentford can't do the moves that you just made. Brentford couldn't go. How much was Kudus money wise? What was he? 60 million?
55?
55 and Gibbs White 60. They can't go spend 125
but we're
million.
paying that in 3 installments. We fleeced them.
Yeah, you did. The point I'm making is Brentford couldn't do that. What's Brentford's highest ever transfer fee they spent out on somebody? I bet it's like 30 million. And you just spent 100. You just broke that twice. Resources is the point I'm talking about.
Well, we technically haven't got Gibbs White. I'm not even convinced he's alive anymore. It feels like the part of the movie where it's Gone Girl, and you're just like, I guess it's been more than 48 hours. And statistically, when it's been more than 48 hours and Gone Girl been missing, she don't come back. Sad story. I think Marinakis took him to Greece and is holding him in the Monastiraki, and they're all like, I don't know.
It's Mbeumo and Gyökeres all over again. The deal will get done. It's those two deals.
Why did that deal for? Let me hear from having the Mbeumo thing. It was like
we didn't want to pay the money. That's what it was.
Bro was like standing outside waiting to just
we just didn't want. We just didn't. That's all it was. Is we did not want to pay the money that they wanted because we believed that 60 to 65 million would get it done. But because we took so long, and then there was deals for Alanga and Madueke, they looked at them prices and said, "Hey, we want more," and we said no. And then we negotiated for weeks to then pay the money that they wanted. Because if Alanga and Madueke are those prices, then he's what if I'm Brentford, I would ask for more.
Yeah.
Madueke's 55. I'm asking for 85.
Yeah. I was gonna say somewhere around 80, I think is appropriate.
70 million, do I think it's 5 mil, like quote unquote too much. Yeah, but that's why that deal took so long. But Gyökeres, it's not the same, but it's similar scenario I'm talking about. Gibbs White is that. Same way the Gyökeres deal took longer than it should have. I think you're just there. The owner just don't want to let him go for that price.
Well, we do know historically Sporting Lisbon is a fucking criminal. We know that as Tottenham fans. Our Pedro Porro bullshit drug out the entire... We were negotiating for Pedro Porro before the window opened, and I think we got him like the second to last day. And so if you can...
Because that's the Portuguese sides and Bundesliga sides, that's what they do. They get talent for cheap, sell it for high, so they trying to maximize it. That's why. Like even Frankfurt selling Ekitike to Liverpool. If you look at the strikers, attacking players, they got a lot. It was him, Mamouche, Kolo Muani was like 100 M's. There's a couple more they've sold as well for big money. But I think you'll get Gibbs White. And I think that's you need
I'll
more.
Tell you what.
But, you know?
I was Tommy Boy's biggest cheerleader. I was about to call him my little Tommy gun because in 48 hours we got Mohamed Kudus and Morgan Gibbs White. That's what I thought.
Will be there, man. Gibbs White will be there.
So what the fuck have we been doing this whole time? Every day I wake up and I'm like, let me look through all the goddamn notifications of Fabrizio Romano and ain't shit.
You've done your part. You've paid the release clause. You've also offered him personal terms, which he has agreed to. Spurs have done their part. The owner this is just me from the outside looking in. The owner doesn't want to lose him for that amount. So I think if his release clause was 85, you'd already be at Spurs. But because he's 60, that's where the issue lies. So he's coming out with the release clause was secret. How is a release clause in a contract secret? Man just doing everything to slow it down and stall it because he doesn't want to lose him. Same way Gyökeres with Arsenal. There was a release clause. There wasn't a release clause. The president was talking spicy.
You know where this reminds me of?
That's all.
When we were in for Paulo Dybala, we've got him. He's signed.
Yeah.
He actually did the physical and the media requirements, literally like how Daniel James did when he was trying to join Leeds, I think from Swansea or some shit. And he was there and he did all the shit that you do that as a player after you sign. And it was like, oh, we're just waiting for that one little thing. That one little hoo-hoo. It's a little player image rights. We're just waiting for that one little, and it never happened. And he never came here and he never played for Tottenham. And he scored a banger against us, I think, when we played against him last.
I don't know that full scenario, but with this one, you can't be mad at Spurs because there's no more you can do. You've offered the money, which is the release clause.
So then, in theory, we should be doing our other business, right? Like
yeah,
the
absolutely.
other shit that we got to do.
Yeah, that I agree with. Yes, 100%. Yeah,
because
and you are
literally been no midfielders.
That's the slow. Hey, you preaching to the choir there.
We don't need a center back because I know you didn't see Spurs preseason game versus Reading. Which let me ask you, because you're geographically close to Reading, do they contractually obligate you to go to the library upon entering the town?
I've never been to Reading before, so I'd have no idea. And Reading ain't even close to me. Reading's not even, I don't even think it's close to Manchester. Where is Reading? Where does it actually, let me see.
So you're telling me in the town of Reading, they don't require reading?
Yeah, where is Reading? Where does it eat? Yeah, that's south. Yeah. That's southern England. That's south. That's down the other side of the country.
You're on the same hemisphere. So in theory.
Well, where I'm in the northwest. No, I'm the north of England, actually. I tell a lie. I'm in the north of England.
Oh,
that's
you're in
South
Scotland.
England. No, Scotland is Scotland.
That's like North England, right? That's what I think of. When I think of North England, I think of
Scotland is a whole nother country. It's its own country.
Because of Braveheart,
like
right?
England. Yeah, because of Braveheart. Scotland is its own country. So it's nothing to do with. And even then, Scotland ain't close to me, no. That's Newcastle. That's close to Newcastle. Is them parts. That's where that is, which is far from me as well.
I wonder though. This will be my last question about Reading, and then we'll move on. I promise. Do you think they have more library membership cards than any other town in England?
Know. Oh, why? I just clocked why you're asking this because their name's Reading. It's fucking yeah.
I've been doing that this whole time. It's Paul didn't like it. He said, "It's Reading, you bloody bastard, isn't it?"
It's the most Jacob joke of Jacob.
Reading,
to everyone in the chat, I am a United fan. Yes, I'm a United fan. To everyone in the chat, yes, I am.
Yeah. And you can find both of these gentlemen's channels in the description of this video. Any of the mods want to put their link in the chat, absolutely go subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. I would say I'm even more unleashed when I'm on your panels there in the city of Sarcasm because I feel free. I feel like
you can just
Batman with the mask off,
you can just shoot. Yeah, it's just give you the ball and let you do what you want. Whereas here, you gotta be a bit more of a controller.
Yeah, and then I gotta I'll just let me just be a little which is why I try to put the uncensored to motivate me to just say whatever the fuck I want.
Well, that is one thing. You do say whatever you want and do what I never thought I'd see a clip from Ghost with Patrick Swayze and whatever else.
Yeah, I would have liked to finish the clip, but I could tell Flawless didn't like it too much. So.
No. It was very just.
I'll just.
Dude, I'm not feeling well as it is. That could tip me over the edge. So come
on. Jacob should be a Wrexham fan. I reckon they beat Spurs.
Yeah, Jacob, man, it's not all doom and gloom, man. Like, just wait for the season to start, and I get the.
So when I see his face next to a logo that's not Tottenham Hotspur, I'm supposed to not feel sad.
No, you're supposed to respect his decision because you love him so much.
I do. That's where I do draw the line because I say I love him so much that if he wants to go, I'm going to just say, I'll see you at the airport, my G.
Yeah. Understand he's not being forced out. It's his decision. If he wants to stay, he'll stay. If he wants to leave, he'll leave. You should be, if you love Son as much as you do, which God knows we know you do, be happy with his decision and be happy for him. He wants to stay in North London. He wants to go to
be happy that Batty you fell in love with for years. Be happy she got impregnated with quintuplets.
And letting him go, Jacob, doesn't mean picking him up at the airport with a hammer in your boot.
Is a hammer Australian for a postcard that says "I love you"? Well, you know, I'm trying to understand.
Sorry, trunk.
And the boot, because I was like, bro, I'm not gonna wear boots. It's gonna be you wear flip flops in California. What are you talking about? Flawless, flawless listening to us is you know.
That's a proper player, man. Fucking yes, man. He was amazing, that guy.
Jesus.
Who is that guy?
Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks, like the country singer?
No. Does he look like he's a fucking country singer with a big hat?
I don't stereotype. You like that? Now that's 3-0.
Yeah.
Jacob
Garth Brooks
got him.
Garth Brooks played for both Spurs and Manchester United for a little bit, so you know.
Yeah, I just know him as a pundit. You know what I'm saying? He's playing before my time. I just know him as a pundit. Like, he's on like, was it Match of the Day? Like football.
I know him from this clip specifically, where it's like, I said, I'm not gonna say who, but someone said that they were helping therapize a young lady last night who had a man, and he says he didn't get none though. And I said, so basically I played that clip, or I sent him that clip, and I said, this is you therapizing her while just waiting for the cheeks.
Right. Why was she complaining? Was she complaining about her man to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
and
my
then he was
understanding.
just there like,
and he was there like, I'm just trying to, you know, wait for
he's waiting in the cup. Yeah, he's waiting in the cup. Yeah, for the opportunity to pound.
That's one thing I really don't miss at all, is anything to do with any of the single life like that. Like, just like, I'm gonna go talk. Hopefully she's not crazy. Hopefully, you know, like I come home and I
yeah, you got a good one. Yeah, your wife has to deal with the crazy. That's what it is. Your wife has to deal with the crazy.
Well, see, you know, someone was asking me, they're like, you know, is it a confidence thing or is it like my looks? And I said, it's more about how you conduct yourself. I said, look at me. I got married. You think if I conducted myself 100% to myself, on the first day, she'd be like, get this motherfucker.
Nah, because you're probably great to be around though. I get why that's what it is. And you can tell that you're a good dad as well. So it makes sense. I get it. As much as you're absolutely batshit crazy, like it makes sense.
You gave her the demo version, eh, Jacob?
Yeah, see, I played the snippets for her. I played all my greatest hit snippets.
The sizzle reel.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's like when they made the highlights for Marcus Rashford, and then they made the lowlights that was like 2 hours long. We don't show her that video. You show her the highlights. And I think that, you know, I took theater in high school, so like I thought that I put on a pretty good performance. I was in Annie Jr. I was in the Little
Makes
Shop
sense
of
that you do
Horrors.
film. That makes all the sense in the world, actually.
I did, but then as soon as the director said he wanted me to take it more seriously, I quit. So, you know, it's just the fun thing about young Jacob. You tell me one thing and they say, hey, don't smoke cigarettes. It's bad for your health. I'm like, I just bought a pack. How about that? You need to stop having an excuse to play. See, I meant one mention of Ghost, and I got about 20 comments talking about don't do it. No. And you know, I'll respect the chat today. I'll respect the chat today. I think that's it, man. I if I go any longer, I might just start, you know, crying about the fact that this photo. I'm just gonna try and focus on the 12-hour drive ahead of me.
Oh, you off to?
Well, when Los Angeles is the biggest rumor. Maybe he goes to Miami. I have to drive to the fucking Panhandle. I don't know. Wherever he goes, I will drive there, because if he's on this continent, I will find you, Heung-min son. I will find you. But I think I'm gonna have to be fighting off a lot of people, because in LA, I don't know if you know this, Flawless, there's a very big Korean contingency. They have Koreatown. It's like there's a big culture out there of Korean people, and they've got Shohei Ohtani, who's a big Korean sports star. They get Sonny, shit, it's game over. I might be.
Hey,
I might not even be the loudest one screaming.
He might be hearing your pain there, and he might sign for the El Paso Tumbleweeds just to come to your team.
Hey,
You'd like
it's
that, wouldn't
called
it?
El Paso Locomotive, and they're in the USL Championship, which is the highest tier of USL. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I stand corrected. Sorry, man.
You want to know what the USL stands for? United Soccer League.
Well, everyone used to call it soccer until
but don't remind them of that.
No, I don't like being told that.
Don't remind them of that, bruv, or else they're gonna say, "Stick to baseball, you dirty wanking Yankee."
It's fucking football.
It's football. You kick the ball with your foot, you fuck.
You know what I love, Jacob, is that your British accent is so like 1950s, 60s, like so Oliver Twist.
Please, hey, Paul said the same thing. He said Oliver Twist accent for all of England is annoying.
From like the 1920s.
Can I have some more?
That's it.
More? You want more?
Yeah, you're like every American in every film prior or even now trying to do an English accent. How do you guys fuck it up so much?
It's great. I love it.
You get to see son playing pass and be happy, Jake. Be jovial, mate, in it. Be fucking, yeah. You know, I've my original impression of England was just purely John Lennon's accent, where he's like, "Hello, I'm from Liverpool.
Good Ringo.
Ooh, I wrote a song today about my girl."
Actually pretty good.
That's my.
So was it surprised to you then when you started content creating and heard British people speaking in slang and things like that? Did it catch you by surprise?
I'll tell you, when I started listening to AJ Tracy, I was like, I think there's a lot of things I don't know what he's saying. I want to learn. And then it's the same thing like when I found your channel years ago. It was like the way you talked, I was like, this is like English, but I didn't know how to describe it to my wife. I was like, it's like English, but it's like got like Jamaican. I don't understand. I'm confused as fuck, but it's cool. It sounds cool. And then I played some for her, and she's like, yeah, he does have a nice accent. It's not. She thinks British accents are annoying. I've always perceived it as like, you know, like I'm the smart one. Yes, you see that the salad fork there? You go right of the steak fork, and you've got 3 spoons on the left. The Queen's dining, shall we say? You know, and what is the other one that we do, Paul? Oh, my name's Barnaby. Yes.
Oh, hello.
Barnaby. The posh
hello.
One. Ooh,
I'm a grassroots football
My name's
fan.
Barnaby. What kind of fucking name is Barnaby?
Nature and Painter bought me a new shirt.
I tucked my shirt into my trousers. Yes.
Oh, you two got this a lot.
I have to wait till the first of the month to get the next release from my trust fund.
Daddy, can I take out the yacht for another spin around the old Liberty Loo? Anyway, I could do this all day, but you know, you can find it all over. I saw Chelsea Blue and Blue asked something about me and Cursor. Cursor got upset with me. I think I had Northside on the channel, and then he called me cursing me out and cursing out Northside, and I was like, this is the first time I've ever worked with Northside, and I've got a mod on my channel that's like, fuck you, you ain't from the ends. And I don't even know what that means. The ends of what? The ends of my sentence?
When someone says you ain't from the ends, that means you ain't from the hood. That's what they're saying when they say that.
Oh.
That's what that means. Ends is another term for hood. Exactly. You might say, yeah, he's from ends. Means he's from the hood. And then if someone might make it more specific and go, oh, you ain't from my ends, it means they ain't from the same place as you. You ain't from my ends. You're from your ends. That means you're from.
I would be factually correct if I said Flawless ain't from my ends. That just sounds weird. It sounds borderline.
The reason why it sounds weird is because you don't sign because you don't use that term.
Paul's not from my ends.
That's
guys.
like me saying That's like me saying me and Jacob ain't from the same state. What's understood ain't gotta be spoken about. That don't make no type of sense because we don't use the term state. But yeah, that's what it means. Whoever was saying that.
This is great. This is why I got into the YouTube shit, to learn shit, connect with people from all over the world, and learn things like
facts.
The ends. I want to.
Yeah, it's great. I would never have met someone like you anywhere else, Jacob. That's why I'm all for. It's great. It's fantastic.
I send you like random stuff. I'm like, is this true in the UK? It's like, oi, I want to marry you, girl. I fucking love you. And she's like, you don't love me, Chet. You just want to put a ring on it. And it's like funny skits. I'm like, is this true, Flawless? Huh? Is this how it really is? Because it says UK proposals be like, and then he's
they
like,
over
run
exaggerate.
it up. That's my favorite. I love when they say run it up. He's like, oi, run it up. I was like, yeah, I like that. That's nice. That's fun stuff. Anyway, Flawless, you got anything coming up? Well, I mean, you redirected here, so most of the people here know you, and they better love you, or else I'm gonna find you in your ends. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
She's big up for having me, man. Blessings. It's good to be on. It's always good chopping up with you. Shouts to Paul as well. Big up the chat each and every time. Yeah, it's out tomorrow, people. What have we got coming up tomorrow? Fan calling show, members only. So that'll be on the YouTube channel. And then I've got the United Spurs show as well. So Jacob might be on if he's around. My boy Jez is there. I'm De Niro. Yeah, it's Friday. So yeah. If you're around, come. If you're not, no problem whatsoever. So check out the upcoming live stream schedule on the channel. Sarcasm City TV on YouTube, people.
Come on, man. And it's in the description of this video if you're watching on playback, or if you're watching live, just click the description. It's right there, right next to Hotspur Hippie. Paul, I know you're sick. You got a video coming out. Do you got anything going on? You're just chilling, chewing on leaves?
No, I'm just relaxing, and I'm hoping I'll do a watch along for the Luton game, because that was a lot of fun doing the Reading one. You know, it's low stakes, just people bobbling around with a football. I've seen the two.
You said against the other one was fun. Jacob, against who?
I'm gonna leave you to it. Big up,
big up, Flawless. Big up,
blessings there, Paul. Blessings every single time. Big up, both. Big up.
See you, Flawless.
Big up, Flawless. You said we played against who? Reading? When did we play Reading?
I want to get my own T-shirt with Hotspur Hippie written on it. That was pretty. That was a pretty tidy shirt he was wearing, wasn't it?
Oh, he's got some cool merch. There's a famous thing there. So there's a video. I actually used to play it as a clip. A shame I deleted it. It's this guy on his channel. It was like there was Flawless, this guy, and two girls, and he was just like, "Let me say something, if I can." If I could say something to you, both you ladies are looking 16 out of 10 tonight, or something like that. And it was just so awkward that everyone made fun of it.
Yeah,
so he's got shirts now that say 16 out of 10. That's a great shirt.
Yeah, slightly inappropriate, wasn't it?
I mean, it was weird. It's like, how do you even respond to that? Like, oh, thanks. Like, what? Like, I'd look at it like, what the fuck? Big up Shoshi. Hopefully you heal up well as well. Big up everybody in the chat that was here, whether live or on playback. Leave a comment down below. Your thoughts on Sun to LAFC. Are you heartbroken, or are you happy? Or are you indifferent? For me, I'm everything except jovial, happy emotions. I'm hurt. I'm devastated. But like the sun, I will rise again. Oh, see, even the sun's going to remind me of Sun.
Every day.
The sun rises, and it's going to be like the actual like circular ball of fire, and not Heung Sun.
And it's not like you live in a cloudy part of the country where the sun's hidden. You see that fucker every day, man, just rubbing it in.
Speaking of rubbing it in, if he does go to LA, I will find you. And you know what else would be cool? I'm hoping I can get him to sign my arm right here, and I'll tattoo it. That's what I'm going to try and do. Jacob, how you got racist dawns on your channel? Who the fuck is racist here, bro? If you're talking about Destiny 5, he's been going at Paul all day. And I just think
don't know what's up with that guy.
Yeah, it's just really weird. We were having a great stream. Everything was cool. And then he said, "I'm a piece of shit," or "Shame on me. I'm a degenerate because I had you on," or whatever. I don't get it. But whatever, man. Hopefully y'all feel better. Hopefully y'all feel love, and not the heartbreak. Aspasia, you're in LA, so you'll be you'll get to Aspasia. I may need a couch to crash on. You know what I mean? I need somewhere to stay when I get out there, because I will see Sun Buanga. I actually like Denis Buanga. I think he's pretty good. That'd be a nice little duo. But anyway, Paul, thank you for joining. Thank you for the company, and thank you.
Man, thanks for having me on.
anyone who liked the video. And if you don't like the video, well, then this is for you.
Little bit quiet. Fuck yourself. Just go fuck yourself. Everybody. Fuck yourself. Just go fuck yourself.